Hello everyone, this is Grand Madam again. This is a newscast that just came over my line here. Apparently someone has blown up the Georgia Guidestones. The Georgia Guidestones is this, it looks like, what would you call it? Almost like the Stonehenge. It's down in Elbert County, Georgia. If you can see this, ooh, that's the rubble that's left. Now, one of the pillars has been destroyed. I hope you can see this. Maybe if I pull it back some. I'm sorry if you can. It might be too small. But you see the outline of the the Stonehenge and the rubble at the bottom. I'm curious to find out. It was definitely a bomb, an explosive device. They're saying it was blown up at 4 a.m. this morning. And I'm curious as to see who did it and why. The Georgia Guidestones were written in, I think, 7 different languages, the main languages we have. I think one was even written in Sanskrit. One of the main things, suggestions, recommendations of the Guidestones was to reduce the world population to 500 million. That's what upset a lot of people. Some people are saying it was done by the Luciferian cabal. I don't know who put it up there. It is on private property. But they blew it up. Let's see what that was all about. Who blew up? Come on, Tarot team. Who blew up the Georgia Guidestones? And why? And why? Who blew up the Georgia Guidestones and why? K-Lock surround me, my home, this reading, my followers, my viewers, with your flaming swords for all sides, also externally and within each of us. Thank you, angel, angel, angel. Who blew up the Georgia Guidestones and why? Who tried? Blew one up. That thing was very strong, and it withstood an explosive device. And the capstone is still up there. Never budged. Okay. Who blew up? Who blew up the Georgia Guidestones? Spirit says some irate person. And why? Okay. I got my tarot team working with me again. All right. Okay, overall energy. Ooh, look. The sun. 5 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. A decision was made. This is interesting. The sun is something, well, it's a Stonehenge. You see the wall behind the little child on the horse? The sun is shining. This is illumination. This is being left behind. And it was a decision. It's interesting. It was a choice. Not an accident. Deliberate decision. But why? Hangman. Suspension. I think it's talking about the stones themselves. Should I put in more effort in this? Here's the story, new story. And this is supposed to be either, this is the world. The world can be completion, an ending, or it also can be a new beginning. So what I'm picking up from here is someone has decided to send a message about a new beginning. Justice card is Libra energy. It's about balance. The Hermit card is this person acted alone. The Lover's card. This is union. I'm hearing groups came together to do this. A group came together to do that. And yeah, very impassioned, new beginnings again, passionate beginnings. Huh. It's also a part of anger. But here we go. These are the same cards, it seems, that I picked up on Robert Primo earlier today. High Priestess, done in secret. Queen of Swords. This is someone who is taking a stand for what they believe is right. Oh, and look at this. This is someone is trying to get a message out, do something, get something done, get what they want, and it's in the mental challenge here. Putting on a show. And the emotional challenge could have been that it was just done at nighttime or in the dark. And the outcome is temperance, patience. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands, someone looking out for a new future. Control, this is the Emperor. Here again we have the public message. Oh, look at this. The changing of the guard here. The death of the old ways, beginning of the new judgment. Decision made. Wow. Strength and conflict. We're in a cultural war. We know this. We know this. Now, I don't know why, but some group just blew up or tried to blow up the Georgia Guidestones. One pillar fell. The others stood there. They still stand. This is probably representing the ones that still stand there. You have to work. Somebody's trying to get something done. This is a new beginning. This was like, you know what? This reads like a first strike. That's what this really reads like. First strike. Ten of Wands. Overwhelmed, overbearing. And someone who's just decided Three of Swords to break something up. Someone's very disgruntled. Here we have the King of Wands. This was make it like it was. King of Wands trying to rekindle the past. Whoever did it, I think they hurt themselves. They've been watching for days for the opportunity. Now everybody's watching. And it looks like it was done to fight off something, a total ruin, whatever that means. This is interesting. But there's a stalemate here. Here we go with the rich man and the money. Legacy. This is weird. This is really, really weird. Okay, let me... Ooh. Remember I told you earlier with the Robert Primo thing that there was a lot of confusion, a lot of options? This is the same type of energy. But along with this energy, we have devilment. We have a king and queen together. So this, and we have the blowing up of the tower, the pillar. And they were united in doing this. So, let me, very quickly, I'm not going to be on here long. So some secret group has blown up one of the Georgia Guidestones. And I do believe it's on private property in Elbert County, Georgia. From the aerial view, you see that it's not quite farmland, but it's enough land to be, looks like two parcels of land, but that's the boundaries are trees. But I do believe As neatly as that grass was cut, that's somebody's private property. Let's see what the Gypsy deck says about who blew up the Georgia Guidestones and why. We are living in some interesting times, folks. And these are showing the sweetheart and the doctor. Prison. And the pleasure seekers. As weird as this sounds, this is going back to that culture war. This is going back to that Robert Crimo stuff here. Highland Park. This is about women going to the doctors, imprisonment for the fun seekers. You know what that sounds like it's about. I don't understand why you had to blow up a guidestone because Roe versus Wade again. I don't understand the connection. Woman as servant, man in despair, the wedding, and the sigh. This is a cultural war. So someone thought it was a good idea to blow up a Georgia Guidestone to make their point. Whatever that was, I don't know. It's like someone that they're trying to. Here we have the soldier and the wife. You're going to force someone to be a wife, or you're going to protect the wife? What is this going to be about? And child. Let me try the Kippers. This is almost a repeat. The Kippers, or should I use the Lenormands? Let's see what the Kippers have to say. Who blew up the Georgia Guidestones? What's the motivation behind destroying the Georgia Guidestones? The Georgia Guidestones are known for having a new agey type feel to them, but it's not new age at all. It's just somebody's idea of how the planet should be run. But it has this other not otherworldly feel to it. It has like I said, new agey, not necessarily new age, but it has that kind of feel to it. And basically, this could be just destroying or marring a symbol of a new era. Who blew up the Guidestone? One of the Guidestones, and why? Not the New World Order. At first, we thought it would be a New World Order, but now I don't think so, because that's been blocked. So, what's left here? One of the things about the Guidestones, one of the lines is it talks about fitness and diversity. That could be it. I don't know. For everyone. Not a lot of people like that. Some people think it was a satanic structure. because it was like a Stonehenge. Other than that, I don't understand that thinking either. It was like a new way of living. That's what the Guidestones were offering, a new way of life. And somebody came by and blew it up. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do the Celtic spread on this. Overall energy. Now, again, let me see if I have any more upside down. This is the only card that came out upside down. This is thoughts. Again, it's thinking on about this woman. Some woman. Can you see that card better like that? I'm sorry about the lighting, folks. Well, it was upside down. So they were not very kind thoughts about women. Again, what the heck is going on with these people and these women? Expectation. Message of concern. Yeah, they blew that up. That was a message. That was definitely a message. Unexpected income. This is like a financial boost. Can you see, is that helping? Unexpected income. A mature woman. Traditional woman. Mother and wife. This is like Victorian times or before. Privileged lady. All these women cards. That's the younger woman. Gee! And here's the end of the, it to me looks like the end of the privileged lady or the end of the traditional woman's way of living. I don't know what, we keep on, let's keep going. And look at this. Community is upside down. So the community is not about this at all. This is someone outside of the community who's done this. And that's the concern. Somebody feels like the whole community, the society has turned itself upside down. Oh, look at this. The marriage. Let me keep going. The family room. That's where secrets are kept and made. And here's the gift. Let me look at this for a minute. Mature man. The paterfamilias of the family. The official person. The official person. Oh my. I'm going to get them all down on the table and look at them. And then here's the journey card, running away or leaving the situation. This is in the mental challenge, how to get away. Get away from what? And here's the emotional challenge is high honor. I doubt. And here, oh, though child is either new beginnings or it's a child. So let me take a look at this. At the bottom of the deck, we have a distant horizons. Again, foreign influence. Foreign influence who paid very well for this. This is weird. Hold on, I'll put this over here. So someone is, this is getting ridiculous. This is terrorism now, domestic terrorism. That's what this is. This is, it's right. The mature man, I have death here, the coffin, the end of the, and the official person. So I'm reading this as the death of the mature man as an official person. But the coffin is also standing right next to or in between the message of concern, which is what a terrorist action really is, and a marriage. A marriage can be two people, two groups. To me, it sounds like cultural war. Okay, now let's go to the... So someone is trying to sneak in a path, a different way of being, a different way of life. They're trying to sneak it in. And this is a main male. They're going through the legal system. You see that? Going through a legal system. Working hard, toil and labor, probably unions. Not sending that message out, though. That's interesting. And here's imprisonment upside down. That means somebody is loose, but they're also suffering from some type of malady. This is nuts. Occupation, courtship as an occupation to the man's despair. What in the world? Oh, look at this. Main female, no longer impoverished. This is a reverse of great fortune, and here's the courthouse. Now, when the Kipper deck, great fortune means it's not that bad. But when you're blowing stuff up, it is that bad. They're feeling now that because of some court cases, a great fortune has been lost. The female has lost a great fortune. And here we have oh, look at that. Oh, look at the, ooh. Okay. Wealthy man concerned. Concern of a wealthy man. A change in lovers again. It keeps going back to this courtship stuff. And it talks about, again, here's the house, the false person, and the house, and the distance. Where is the... Huh. What does that mean? I hate to say what I think it means. I'm going to pull out the Lenormands now. Okay, we know a man blew up to make a public statement, blew up one of the pillars of the guidepost. That was set up in the 80s, the American Stonehenge, they call it. It's still weird if you ask me. And the message was a concern. I don't know who's trying to do what, but they're not very good at what they're trying to do. If they're trying to impose terror, oh well, they're just looking foolish. They're coming off as weird. Okay. What's behind... Hold on. I'm going to pull out the Dark Goddess deck. Okay. Put these over here for now. Real quick, let me light them up. And find out what's really behind this. Basically, it's going to give me the mindset behind it. Clear up any. Okay. What is behind the bombing of the Georgia Guidestones? So somebody takes those really seriously. I didn't know anybody really did. But probably because I didn't. But those guideposts were for a new way of living and being for society. What made people so nervous about it was the 500 million the planet was supposed to be reduced to. And it's like, we have a billion over here already. Probably 8.5, that was years ago. So I don't know how many people we have left now. What's behind the Georgia Guidepost bombing? The title is going to be called something like the Georgia Guidepost incident, because certain words I don't want an algorithm to pick up. Okay. What's behind the George? But I'll say it in the tape. They're not going to read the whole thing. Maybe that algorithm might, but not in the title. What is behind the Georgia Guidepost bombing here. The Georgia Guidepost incident. Georgia Guidepost incident. What's behind this? They're talking about the death of marriage and all this other stuff. One more. Okay, no, we're not doing two more. We're doing one more. This is it. Okay. Huh! Look what's behind it. Can you see? Lilith talks about what? Equality. Health. This is all about that Roe versus Wade again. Abandonment. Somebody feels that they have been abandoned. And sovereignty. These are these groups. Ultra-conservative groups. Deliverance. Deliverance from sovereignty. Now, who was to be delivered from sovereignty? So one end we have equality. Lilith's equality is about a woman's managing her own life. And at the end, we have Oya, deliverance. So someone is sick. We have health, so we know what that's about. Somebody seriously wants the female to abandon her sovereignty. And look at this. Revenge. And we have curiosity. Underneath the health. Yeah, there's a lot of questions about that reproductive health because he screwed up. You're going to mess up many a woman. Seduction. So they're walking away from the seduction of the female. They're going to be resurrecting into what? Isis is a health card, a health goddess. She pulls things together. Judgment. This is nuts. This is nuts. And then we have guilt. Envy. Yeah, now we're getting deep, aren't we? Envy. Envy. Envy of the female sovereignty. Oh, look at this abuse. Abandonment, seduction, and abuse. Trickery. Abuse is right next to trickery. Desperation. Do I need to go any further? So this is their defense against someone being tricked with abuse, respite. Yeah, somebody needs to take a rest because they've lost it. They've lost it. And destruction. Here we come. Kali Ma. Destruction. And it falls all on, that's interesting. Abandonment, seduction, abuse. Destruction. Prosperity. So prosperity empowered the female, so they want the female prosperity destroyed. This is the craziest mess. Oh, yeah. I could go down the whole thing. Obsession. Protection. Somebody is obsessed with equality here. And they're trying to protect and redemption. Somebody wants the female or somebody to be redeemed for leaving, for abandoning them. Okay. I hope you didn't hear that. They don't want somebody to have sovereignty. This is sitting right on top of it. It's compliance. Inspired for their deliverance. You should be inspired to deliver your wicked ways. Be delivered from wicked ways. Now we have secrecy. Things done in secrecy. Transformation is change. It's also death. in appearance. Oh, they want to change people's appearances? What the heck? Lost. Now, this is Baba Yaga, the Russian witch. When she shows up, she snatches away what people leave behind. Leave up on the shelf, what they don't use anymore. They still have it, and they use it every now and then, but they really don't care anything about it. Hubris, pride. Oh, it's like some people are too prideful for them now, huh? Coercion, force. Someone wants to use force. Determination. This is all underneath. This is on the equality side. Endurance. Someone is enduring this foolishness. Well, we all are enduring it. A lot of things done in concealment. So this is just another integrity, honesty, pride, empowerment. Some folks are feeling that some folks are just too damn proud right about now. Here we have temptation. Even though these are goddess cards, these are definitely female energies here, like temptation, seduction. Folks have been deceived by temptation. Now, whose problem is that if you have no discipline? And this deception of temptation has caused a lot of drama. Persuasion. This is using words. Purification. Some folks, this sounds like a cult. Purification, trust, denial. There's no trust. And here's wrath. They're not trusted anymore. And control. Control of birthing, creation, and that fate. Some things should be left to fate. Atonement. Oh, yeah. So, and knowledge. So some folks have too much knowledge and too much control. And what is this creation fall? This is under redemption and seduction and, yeah, birth control. That's birth control. Wrath over birth control. Wrath control creation. Fate. So, creation should be left to fate, huh? And knowledge should be denied. The knowledge of such things should be denied. What does that sound like to you, folks? That sounds like some cult. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's try it this way. That sounds like one of these ultra conservative cults. It just says ultra conservative cults to me. It just fascism. That's all it is. What blowing up the guideposts had to do with it? In my mind, I can't make a connection. But they made the connection. Yes, it has scared the daylights of the folks who live in that area. And I guess it scared some other folks too. Because this is an ongoing thing. This is part of strategy. This is a strategy. We're going to strike and we're going to keep striking. This would be called a soft target. But that's it. That's it. Soft targets. So this is domestic terror. I was going to say that's all it is, but hey, with my history, what else is new? Maybe that's why I'm so nonchalant about it. But no aliens from another planet did that. No, they weren't angels. No devils blew it up. It's just this same domestic terror group. Could be the same one. And it's interesting that the same cards that were in Robert Primo's reading earlier came out in this reading also. So, keep your energy up, your vibration up. Don't worry about this. Because if I know it's a strategy, so do the powers that be. And it's on them to take care of it. You stay safe by keeping your energy up and away from such thoughts. That's what you do. Okay? You can chant, you can pray. But when you pray for higher things. You pray for your improvement. You pray for your betterment. You don't pray, oh God, I'm so scared. Don't you ever do that. Because whatever it is that you're praying, that you're afraid of, you're going to draw it right to you. There is a way to pray, and most of us don't know how. Okay? You just make sure it's all about lifting you up. Take it like Cardi says, take it up, take it up, take it up, up, up. That's how you stay safe. That's the only security you'll ever have. Okay? This is Grand Madam. I know I've got to get some new lights. I'm still waiting. Much love.